Hey, this is Eric with Patch Foundry, and this is Don't Stop Believing patch for MainStage 3.7.1 or higher, and it's part of the Cover Band Pack Volume 1 as a standalone patch, and there's a link in the description for where to buy it. Now, before we get started, this awesome MainStage concert that took 6 years of development to build is free with every purchase. There's a separate video in the link down below about exactly what it can do. And then second, this patch is not designed to sound like the original song. It's supposed to be inspired by it and build using 100% non-original sounds for keyboard players and cover bands. So with that in place, let's take a look at the channel strips. For starters, we have this really weird attack thing that is the end of the concert, but it's mapped all the way down to a low E. So let me play it for you real quick. And the idea is, at the very end of the concert, you go, there's a cover band way of doing this where you go. And it creates this massive long tail. That's using two things. We've got and then this higher, and they're panned left and right. So you get a little bit of space there. Now, of course, the piano on this is the most important part of the song. And we're using the built-in piano sample here, but then if you've used this before, you know that this does not sound like the stock one. And the reason for that is the concert just uses MainStage samples, synths, and effects. We spent 7 years digging through MainStage to find the best sounds, and then we tweaked them until they were like at this insanely high pro level quality. So the advantage to using only 100% stock sounds is it's insanely easy to install the files, and you just open up the file, you're good to go. So nothing to download or install. It sounds pretty good if you ask me. So that's the piano. Then we got the synth brass, and there's multiple layers of synth brass here. Very Prophet-esque. Another layer. And then we have this big 80s synth part. Kind of give us that extra little boost up above. And then we have a filler synth. And this is just zoned up higher. And that's for when you go up high, you are going to have those lower tones come in with still the higher synth parts. So, and all together, it should sound like this. Now, I've also mapped a bunch of this stuff to expression pedal, which you can reassign to the mod wheel if you don't use an expression pedal. So you can get these sweeps like this. So you get the idea. And that is it for the bottom. Now, we have two keyboards here. We have a lower and an upper. The upper keyboard is just for extras. The idea is you can play everything on the bottom, but then the extras on the top kind of add another, maybe 10 or 20%. So on this, we have these upper parts that go very brassy, also controllable via the expression. So the idea is on that pre-chorus you could do. Or you could just do your call. So that's the top and the bottom. There'll be stock organ sounds in here as well. but obviously you won't use that on this one. Last, this is incredibly CPU efficient. I'm running this on a 5-year-old MacBook Pro M1, and MainStage is set to 128 samples and 48K. And I'm also recording video and audio on this computer. Check out the CPU when I play it. So we're maxing out somewhere around like 25 to 40%. And when I'm not running video, it's usually hovering somewhere around 20 to 25%. And that's just a crazy efficiency here. Years of research went into figuring out which were the most CPU efficient plugins and then using those in a very specific combination. Now, the other thing is this only takes up 29 megabytes of RAM as well. So that's very, very low on RAM, very, very low on CPU. That means in a practical way, if you're a keyboard player in a group, you can put in a lot of patches. And this is so Sprite. You can hear I'm jumping around and it's instantaneously letting me move. And that is Don't Stop Believing, the patch. If you want to find out more, you can check the links in the description or visit patchfoundry.com.